Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. It's good to be here working in this journal and getting to share a video with everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. My thoughts go out to those who are having any type of problem, sadness, difficulty. So let's just remember to think about each other with prayers and good energy and just supporting each other. That's a wonderful thing. I don't know if you all remember this journal. I feel like this was made from a fun pack. You know, I take things and they end up on the shelf, and then I can't remember, did I make that on my own or is it from a fun pack? I can go back and look, but I don't have time to do that this morning. So since I filled up my other journal, which is on the shelf at this point, let me pull that down and I will show you. It's massive. It's got so much in it, and I used it probably beyond what I should have. I've done a recent flip through, so I'm not going to do that again. I don't think you've seen this bookmark, which is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the metal ones, and then you can add a charm. I've just got maybe a couple more keys on the front and a lot of notes about, you know, the trip to West Virginia that we took, things that we encountered about the hotel room. There's a fun art page. Little cutouts and things, you know. Anyway, that's how they turn out. I like to keep a junk journal that is sort of a chronological smash book / planner / whatever, even if I'm also working in art journals, and even if I also have a planner. And I do have a planner right now. I've got this gorgeous planner from Webster's Pages. Scrap Exchange recently got a huge donation from Webster's Pages, which is going out of business, sadly. So we've got these gorgeous journals in the store right now, and I bought this one for just $6, which is an amazing price. I think these are close to $40 new. Anyway, so let's get back to what I'm talking about here. We will just put this one over to, no, let me put it where it belongs. Let's put it back on the shelf where it belongs, because I'm going to keep things neat. Anyway, this is going to be my current junk journal / whatever, you know, that I work in all month. And I have done some work in this. You might remember it. We both know it's best if I don't say anything. And I know that I was upset about something. So let me show you just a couple of things. These beautiful flowers, and here's one of the pins, and here's another one, and then 4 of these flowers. I just listed these in the shop. I've got quite a few packs of those. Those are from Webster's Pages. I purchased a bunch of those to use in my own journals and also to put some in the shop. And then I renewed my listing for, I think 5 ephemera packs. I may have actually more than that currently. But what I'm going to do, just to always keep you updated on what's in the shop, I'm going to pull this ephemera pack out so you can see the kinds of things that end up in my ephemera packs. I also bought some stickers because we had some really pretty stickers come in, and I wanted to buy a couple of sets just to have to work in this current journal. It's just so much fun to sit down and create, you know, do something, I like to say mindless. It's not really mindless. It's just something that's separate from the cares of life. So even if you're not going for some amazing, you know, museum-worthy art, which I'm never going for that, it's good for the soul. I really believe that. I think it's good for our spirits. It's good for our souls. It's good for our well-being. So I'm going to go ahead and open all of these so that they're available for me to work from. And Jay, my dear friend Jay, asked if I had a shelf for WIP, which I have figured out means works in progress. Jay, that's one of the reasons I want to put a shelf back over my window that's behind me. And I also want to put another shelf up high, kind of to my right, I believe, or maybe to my left. I'm definitely going to have space for that and space for other things. Now, this is the rub-on transfers. I'm going to leave these in the pack because we know that they can end up coming off of this paper they're on, even when you don't want them to. These are amazing. A lot of rub-on transfers are not that good. These are amazing. Even though they're older and they had been in a warehouse, they're amazing. So I went ahead and pinned this here. By the way, these beautiful little flowers, they're made to look very old. You know, if you come across something that's truly antique, like a little corsage flower or whatever, this is kind of how they look. Now, I will say these are delicate. These are like the embellishments basically made to be like leaves from the yard, which have kind of decayed. And if you pull on them, they will tear. You can see that, but they're so pretty. They look so vintagey. So I've put a pin in this one, and I've placed it so that hopefully I don't get stuck with it. I've tried to put it back down into the paper between the fabric layers. I love this. So let me tell you, when I see things like this, I buy them for inspiration. I buy them so that later I can try to create something similar with different colors and just to maybe increase my skill set. So let's just go through here and maybe glue in some ephemera. We're going to put all of my embellishments together over to the right. This journal is going to be kept as a set, and this is going to be my go-to project when I just need something. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this is. That's from the Tatler 1915. Isn't she beautiful? I mean, that's kind of worth just hanging up, you know, just hanging that up out here. And I do have a space over here. I have this one really beautiful brass hook, or see, that lifts up and it will hold in place something that's really pretty like this. And instead of having way too many things at one time, I kind of thought I would have just my favorites hanging there for inspiration. And that's Ophelia in Her Madness, if you're familiar with Shakespeare. Okay, let's get back over here. Do I want to hang this up, or do I want to put it in this book and just keep making it more and more amazing? I think, as crazy as it might seem to some people, I want her in this book. And I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut, or sort of fussy cut, this beautiful butterfly looking lady, because I know from working with ephemera and antiques in a job that, you know, I've had for a while, off and on, and some of you know that story. This stuff just keeps degrading. Everybody cannot preserve everything all the time. And some people like to have and are able to provide a space where it can happen, sort of archival storage of these types of things. I don't have that. And again, I know that over time, this stuff's just going to degrade, and it's going to end up in the trash can or in the landfill, as far as it being in the hands of the public. So this page right here, it's just one page. It's one page out of an old magazine, and it happens to be in really beautiful shape. And I want it in my journal. And I can tell you, you know, being the age that I am, I know how fast time goes by. I know that when this was first published, when the adults were through with things like this, they gave it to their children to cut up. So I don't have any remorse about using things like this. And look how lovely she is. Like that's, to me, that's the perfect thing for this page. I love her. She's really pretty. And she fits perfectly with that purple and the old ads to the left. And we might even find some stickers, the letters or words or whatever, to maybe put a message around her or something. I'm always torn about taking the time to spread the glue out on the backs of things like this, but I've learned that it does help the pieces to lay more flat and not be lumpy. So I try to take the time to do this. This journal is going to be filled up with it's a glue book / art journal. And you know, I also have several other art journals I'm working in currently. And you will see those soon. And like I said, my goal is to get the Etsy shop really full. So I'm going to be working on that. Okay, there she is. She's so lovely. You will see I glued her right over the fabric. And this, we're going to save this. I didn't really end up with anything on the other side of that. And let's just cut that piece off. So we have these words to work with. And what do we have here? What is her name? Miss Gladys Cooper, number 13. And go ahead and cut that down and keep it. Really, okay, so not too much on this side, but you can see that we've got this beautiful portion of a lady. She's kind of bending over crying, and I think she was, wait, I want to say that she was actually, where is it? Maybe it's on the other side of this. I can't remember what that was called. I believe she's unclothed, and it's just the name of the art piece basically gives you the idea of just being exposed. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure the origin of the art piece or what the artist meant for it to be, but you get my thoughts on that, I think. So let's look at these. And this is where I probably need some tiny little tweezery things. I thought I had some that had a different, yeah, we'll pull these out too. I think I want to maybe put the word happy right there across the bottom of her skirt. These little tweezers come in so handy. I don't remember where I got this set, but I'm wondering if you can even get them like at Dollar Tree. So that one didn't break off very easily. I had to pull it off with my fingers. And again, even though this stuff has been in a warehouse, it's such high quality. So let's put happy. On this page. I don't want to mess these up. No, you stay there. Maybe from the other side. There we go, I think. And then we need a Y. Happy, I like that very much. And look, we have all of these other letters yet to use. Look at these words. What do we have? Love the journey. Hello, I can, therefore I am. You can do anything. I really love the journey. Live today in all caps. I just, for some, that one on the very top, love the journey. I think I like that one the best. And let's figure out how we want to put that. Her little feet are pretty. I don't want to completely cover those up, but let's put this right here. And I think we're going to glue one of these over, like to make these layers. We've got fabric and then the paper and then this flower. It's a little bit thick, but I believe the tacky glue is going to do a good job at holding that in place. That's so pretty. And we can keep adding. We can write little messages to ourselves. We can practice like writing with ink and add it to the page. But I did want to show you the kinds of things that are in the ephemera packs. And again, there are some listed. So it is a lot of vintage. I don't have to go through every page, I don't think, for you to get the feeling. There are some, tell me her name, I can't think of it. Oh my goodness, is it Jane Davenport, I think, is that right? Stickers. I don't know if I said that right or not. And then you can see like the transparencies, just all sorts of vintage pages, postcards. And this will be our oh, look at this. So you could use that for a stencil. This is going to be our go-to pack to just come out here and play. And I'm wondering if we could add maybe even some color over the top of this old ads and then the gesso on top. And probably what I would want to do, let's just look at some different colors we have. Do I want to do ink or do I want to do watercolor? I kind of feel like, what is this, coral? The coral might work. And I'm wondering if this is too dirty to go on there, and will it work? It does. Oops, you can see where some of the stuff came off. I think I pressed too hard. That's okay. I will definitely clean up the top of that stamp pad. See, it's whatever it is, it's rolling off. I honestly think it's part of this dauber. I need a new one. And you know how I am. I'm kind of rough on things. I shouldn't say that. I don't do it on purpose. But if I buy something, I'm going to use it because life is just too short to worry. I do like to learn about things and do things the right way. But I also think it's fun. So let's carry this. Let's make this feel a little more organic instead of like we just, and see, that cleaned right up. And let me kind of worked on this a little bit too. Instead of like we just laid a square on the page and just did the square, let's make it feel like it's kind of flowing up the side of the page and tapering off a little bit and kind of random. So let's do one more up here. Look, I know I could do a better job, but I think this is going to do, and we may add other layers before this is over. Yay! I like that. When it dries, I'm going to brush off these little flecks from the dauber, so it's going to be really pretty. And I'm excited to have this journal off the shelf. I had started in it and then didn't come back to it. And I'm trying to be very careful as I, fill up journals to go back and make sure that I'm really using the journals because my shelf space is limited. And when I get even older than I am right now, I would like to be able to pull these things off the shelf one day and just have pages of really pretty stuff to look at and memories. Okay. There, all of that debris just left very easily. And I like this. We might come back and circle some of these or add some marks. Marks are really fun to add to a page. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Let's see if any of this color on the other side will come off on our paper that we're going to use. Oh, look, we got some of the grungy part. But again, when that dries, I'll brush that off. And believe me, that's going to add to the overall effect of the paper and be really pretty. So I'm going to be good and stack this all up together so that this is part of our overall, and that's going to curl up a little bit since it's where the page lifts up, so that this can be our monthly project. We're going to keep it all together and close by, and this will be our go-to all month. And again, don't forget to check out the new listings in the shop, in my Etsy shop. Now that I've been away from Patreon for a little bit and thought about how I did it before and the things that I had and what was successful and what I didn't flesh out completely, I may be starting my Patreon again. Anyway, I'm just putting that thought out there. I had some very kind supporters last time around, and I closed it because I had so much going on. I didn't feel like I could really do it justice. If I'm going to do something, I want to really like give attention to it. All right. Thank you for watching. I will be back very soon. Bye for now.